Good morning. Today I want to demonstrate how we use Circuit Wizard. So, Circuit Wizard is a software that can be used to design circuits, which is electronic circuits and electrical circuits. It is used to design the circuits. It is used to demonstrate how the circuit operates. So I'm going to open this Circuit Wizard. This one, it's a student version that can be used by even students, but can be used by even the technicians, engineers, and anyone else who wants to use this Circuit Wizard. So on this Circuit Wizard, you can see here where I'm pointing with this arrow, there is this circuit diagram, which means this whole workspace is where you can draw your circuit diagram. So I want to start with this circuit diagram. So by starting with this circuit diagram, I will draw a circuit, but before I draw a circuit, I want to show you something that you must know on this software. So on this software, the most important thing is the gallery. Here is the gallery. The gallery is very important just because this is where we can find all our circuit symbols that we want to use. We have the power supplies, we have the connectors, we have input components, passive components, discrete semiconductors, logic gates, integrated circuits, output components, and the virtual instruments. So on this one, any component that you want to use is there. So you must know the circuit symbol of the component that you want to use. So it will be easy for you to locate the component. And you must know where the component belongs, the group where the component belongs. Like we have resistors, capacitors, and inductors. They are all passive components. So if you go to passive components, you open them, you can see they are resistors first, then going down we can see they are capacitors, going down they are inductors. So this is the gallery, and just choosing the component that you want is like selecting the component. Let's say you want to take a resistor, you just right click, then you come here and drop it with a right click again. Oh, sorry, it's a left click, not a right click. Sorry. So this is how you select the components. So here, if we go back here, let's say before we start drawing the circuit, if we look on this panel, there is the first where it is written new, create a new document based on an existing template. So creating a new document, that's when you want to start drawing the circuit. So you have to create new. So the new project is, you have to choose which one do you want to draw. So we are going to start with the basics, which means we are going to use the electronics project. The electronics project, it's here where it is written design with the basic. We want to design with the basic first. That is where we are going to start. So we are going to click OK. That's where we start. Here the second thing is, this is where you can find your saved projects. This is where you save your project. And the other thing that is important is these panels. Some of them, they are used for when you are drawing, that's when they are used. So this is the gallery. these ones we are going to use them to rotate the components, and here that's where we are going to simulate the project, which means after drawing we can simulate this project. And we have here, we have the normal, voltage levels, current levels, logic levels. These are different stages we can use to simulate the project, but we want to draw using the normal display. Alright, so let me just draw a simple circuit that comprises of a resistor and the power that is supplying the resistor, and an LED. So I'm going to choose the power supply. Then on this power supply I'm going to use the battery, which is a 9-volt battery. I'll drop it here. Then I'll go back and choose the resistor. This is the resistor. I'm going to drop it here. Then I'll go back and I want to choose the LED, the light emitting diode. This is the LED. I'm going to drop it here. So this one, the resistor, I select the resistor, then I want to rotate this resistor. A resistor doesn't have polarity, so you can rotate it either way. So this is the resistor that I have rotated. So before I connect this circuit, I want to change, and I want to change. I select this, then I right click, I go to properties, then to properties I want to change the value of the resistor, which means the resistance. I want to make this one a 200 ohm resistor, which means it's 200. The K means kilo, so I want to remove the K, which means I reduce from kilo to ohm. If I reduce again, I go to milli ohms, again I go to micro ohms, again nano ohms, again to pico ohms, which is the smallest, but I want to use the 200 ohms. So 200. Here you can see there is R, which means a resistor, and there is 1, which means it is the first resistor, which is R1. And caption, that's where you write what you want. If you want to name the resistor, maybe I want to name that resistor to a limiting resistor, cannot bypassing resistor, or anything else. You can just type anything that you want here. So that's where you name the resistor. Then the model is like, usually most of the resistors that we use, they are quarter watts, but it depends with the type of the resistor, because when you are buying these resistors, you have to mention that you need which one, quarter watts or 1/8 or half or anything else. You can state, just because this is the power rating of the resistor. So this one you have to know which one you want, but for now let's use the quarter watt. Let's click OK. Then let's go to the battery again. Let's change it to a 12 volts. Go to properties. Everything is the same. Let's go to change this one and make it 12 volts. Here is an ideal battery, but we can change it to either 25 milliamps, 50 milliamps, or 100 milliamps, and that is the size of the battery, or it's like the current that can be pushed by the battery. So let's choose the 50 milliamps or even 25, any, just choose. Okay, then the properties of this diode. The diode, the properties, like we can choose the color. This one is diode 1. Then the caption, we can write what we want. Then the color, red, amber, yellow, green, blue. Let's choose green. Okay, so now we can connect this. By connecting, you just click, go at the end of the component, like this battery at the end there. Then I left click. Then if I move the arrow, which means I have started drawing the connecting line. Then reaching the end of the other component, I'll left click there to join. Then I'll go to the next and click there. I will join with the next component. Next there, I'll click, and for this one now you can see that I am now drawing. If I just turn, go there, and I turn again, you can see that I'm now going, the line is now going back. So for me to draw something that I want is I will go straight, then upon reaching the point that I want to turn, I'll click there and turn, left click, then I turn, which means even if I turn here, oh no, I think I didn't click there. I'll click, left click, then I'll turn. Then here I'm not going to click just because I have been helped by the first point I have clicked, so I will join here. So this is now the complete circuit, because you know that a circuit is a loop where there is a path for current to flow. So this is the complete circuit. Now let's simulate. Simulating is now run simulate the active design. You can see the light is now on, the LED is now on, and here we are on normal. Let's go to voltage levels. Voltage levels, we can see those red bars, they are showing us the level of the voltage. Here it's bigger, and here it's now smaller, and here it's equal to this one, but after the LED there is no more bar, which means the voltage is now 0. So if we go to current levels, you can see that there is now current flowing in the circuit. There is current flowing. If we stop, you can see that there is no more current flowing in the circuit, and the light is now off. If we start simulate, there is now current flowing. The red line is showing that there is current flowing in the positive side, and the green is showing current flowing in the negative side. So red is positive, green is negative. This is basically how we use Circuit Wizard. You can draw any other circuit that you want, different types of the circuits, complicated ones, simpler ones. It's so easy using this Circuit Wizard. So for now, the basics of this Circuit Wizard, we want to draw the circuit diagrams and just simulate, seeing how these circuits operate. So for now, I'm sure you will be able to draw these